Now, when you think about relocation, what option comes to your mind? Canada, US, UK. Why is this the only option that comes to your mind? I want you to think about that. Think about it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mayowa and this is That Mayowa Way. I've just started a new series on my channel, which is the relocation series, and I will be discussing a whole lot of topics that surrounds relocation. The first video I filmed was how to prepare yourself to relocate. If you have not yet watched that video, I want you to go back, pause this video and go back now to help you prepare your mind. And today I'm filming the second episode, which is country to consider apart from the popular destination UK, US, Canada, especially when you are on a budget and when you don't want to be stressed. So I want you to sit back, relax and enjoy this video with me because it's going to be a very lovely ride. So the first country on my list today is, drumroll, Portugal. Yes, Portugal. Portugal has just launched a short-time visa for workers that would like to come to work in their country for a short period of time. With this visa, you can work for up to maximum of 9 months. Did you know that? You can work for more than one company as long as it's a seasonal job. I bet you didn't know that information. Another perk of relocating or moving to Portugal from any part of the world is the fact that you can apply for permanent stay or citizenship after 5 years of either study or working. Recently, they also launched the digital nomad visa and the job seeker visa. Now, when it comes to Portugal, that's for people that want to relocate because of work. But for students, I feel like this is a very good location for you to relocate to, especially because after 5 years, like I said, you can apply for residency or citizenship. And I believe that the relocation process for Portugal is not so tedious in comparison to other countries, and this is why Portugal is number one on my list. Portugal is also a very warm country. I bet you didn't know that. Their weather is mostly warm for the most part of the year, and even when it's cold, it's not as cold as other parts of Europe, US or Canada. Of course, I'm going to leave the link to Portugal's website in the description below so that you can check it out for yourself and see that this is probably a country that you should consider. If you already have the money to relocate and you want to study abroad, Portugal is definitely a place for you to study. You will not regret it. So many activities, and you can travel to so many other European countries from Portugal, of course, as your base because it's in the EU. The next country on my list is Iceland and Estonia. They are quite similar because they are also nomadic countries and they are quite cold, but I am going to be explaining more about Estonia in this particular video. Estonia is a relatively cheap country to live in comparison again to all of the other popular destinations for relocation. It can also be a path to migrate to your dream country. So what do I mean by to migrate to your dream country? It means that when you're thinking about relocation, sometimes your first country is not your final destination. You cannot really be certain whether you will like this country, whether you don't like this country. However, once you go to a place like Estonia, it's a good base for you to be able to plan and to be able to know that, okay, after my studies, I want to relocate to either another European country or you want to relocate to the popular destination UK, Canada or the US. So this is why Estonia is one of the country that I would ask you to consider if you want to move. The school fees is relatively affordable with an average of 3,000 to 4,000 euro for your school fees. Also, Estonia doesn't place a ban on the number of hours, not a ban, a limit rather, on the number of hours that you can work. Unlike the UK, for example, as a student, you cannot work for more than 20 hours per week. How are you supposed to be able to work and be able to pay your bills if that's your intent? Of course, if you're planning to sponsor yourself and planning to work, that kind of hours is highly unrealistic if you ask me, to be able to work for a decent living wage in the UK. It's a very expensive country to live. So I challenge you today to consider Estonia if you really want to relocate, aka Japa ASAP. Now, What are the perks, other perks of moving to Estonia? And of course, I'll also tell you the disadvantage. So you do have to write IELTS. When I was doing my research, I realized that this is a new law that they have just put in place, that you need to write IELTS for you to for some of the universities. But also when I was doing my research, I heard that you can also email the school and say, like, you study in English, what are the other options that I have in comparison to IELTS? When you are relocating and you want to use the school route, I highly recommend that you'll be ready to email the school and you'll be ready to call them. Trust me, from experienced European universities, they will reply your email eventually and answer all the questions that you have. So don't be afraid if you are too shy or too timid to pick up the phone and call them, because you can actually call them. I bet you didn't know that. You can also actually just pick up your email, write to them, compose your thoughts, and then send it to them, and they will send you a response. Usually if it's during the week, so maybe 2 to 3 working days, you'll get a response from them just to make an inquiry and get to know your option. And did you know that you can also get scholarship if you have good grades? There are a lot of options of scholarship for Estonia. I will leave links in the description box below about all this thing I'm talking about, and you can check it out yourself. Another con for Estonia, from what I researched, is that their embassy is in Dubai. So I know that I have heard stories of people that are currently in Dubai and they don't enjoy it. I mean, in terms of living in Dubai, because of course Dubai is a very beautiful location, but I think it's a destination for travel, especially if you have a dream destination and Dubai is probably not that dream destination. I feel like Dubai is a travel destination, not necessarily a place to study. So maybe if you're thinking about an option to get out of Dubai, Estonia is one of your best bets to relocate. And another thing about Estonia is that you can pay your school fees in installment. You don't need to pay everything at once. I think a lot of schools actually offer this option, but I'm just telling you so that you know that just like other schools, Estonia also offer this option for you to pay it. I think probably 2 installations or more. You have to also ask the school, the particular school that you are looking to study, if you are considering Estonia. I know you're wondering, okay, I have relocated to Estonia, or I want to relocate to Estonia, I've made up my mind. How do I stay back after my studies realistically? So all you need to do is you have to take your diploma once it's ready from the school, take it to the police station or the residence office, and they are going to issue you a 5-year stay based on the fact that you've already studied. And if you have your work, if you're already working at that point, you can also add your work certificate and you get a 5 years post residency, like a residence permit. I would not say post-study visa, but like a resident permit, and you can use that one to stay in a country, and after that you can use that to renew your stay. I'm also thinking what you're thinking, like, how do I become a citizen if I want to apply for citizenship? All you need to do is to pass the B1 or B2 exam, and you'll be able to apply for the Estonian citizenship if you are interested in it, because I cannot assume on your behalf that you don't want it. But if you're not interested in citizenship and you need a place that is stable, you have 5 years to plan your move to your country. That's why I said Estonia is a good base country to move to another country. Another good thing, like I said, you can apply to jobs in other European countries, and once you're done with your studies, you can move based on work to other European countries from Estonia. The next country on my list is Germany. Yes, I said it, Germany. Germany has just launched a new opportunity card called Chancenkarte. It's basically like a point-based system that all other countries use. Canada is the point-based system. I think UK wants to start it, or if they've not already started it, I'm not so sure now. They want to start this new point-based system for skilled workers to be able to migrate into the country. This Chancenkarte was created to address the labor shortage in Germany, and there is a catch, of course. You have to be age 35 and below to be able to apply for this Chancenkarte. I think it's similar to other countries as well. But again, if you are looking to relocate via work and you're under 35, Germany is a good place for you to start your research. Karte has not yet started, but you can look out for it because they're planning to implement it at the end of 2023, and you can be one of the first set of people that will get it. From what I know, when a country is starting something new in the beginning, they usually don't make it so complicated. So this might be a good time to watch out for the Germany's website or Germany news for this Karte. Of course, I'll leave the link to the government website for Germany below for you to be able to read through, for you to be able to know more. I will leave the link for Karte as well, and you can consider it and check it out by yourself. And of course, if you want to go via this Karte route, you should be able to afford your living expenses. That's the minimum requirement at least. So watch out for Karte. They are opening it very soon at the end of 2023, and you could be one of the beneficiaries of this migration system. Germany also has the job seeker visa if you don't want to go through the Karte, and it doesn't have an age limit. So job seeker visa meaning that you don't have a job yet, but you can apply for the visa that you want to seek for a job in Germany. And trust me, it is easier to apply for jobs within the country than when you're outside the country. Of course, it's not impossible that you can get a job. You can apply for a job and get it to relocate to Germany. It's just that on the other side is just easier. If you're looking for ease, then this might be the option to consider. The next country on my list is Denmark. Denmark is a very beautiful country, and Denmark is currently looking for skilled workers in science, engineering, healthcare, blacksmiths. Yes, I said it, blacksmiths. Electricians, yes, electricians. So if you went to a vocational school in Nigeria to be a blacksmith, to be an electrician, to be a bricklayer, they are looking for blue collar jobs, as we call them, and they're also looking for engineers and other things. And trust me, Denmark is a very beautiful place, and the labor laws are very, very protective of the citizens, I believe. And you should probably consider relocating to Denmark for work or to study as well. So for Denmark, I have my notes here, and I'm going to just kind of read it out what you need to do for the visa application. I'm going to also put the link in the description box below. Don't worry about that. For the visa application, it must be submitted to the VF4 office in Abuja or in Lagos. Then your application will be sent to the Danish embassy in Abuja, and the process takes 15 days. Yes, I said it. The visa application takes 15 days. It might be extended for longer, but the average period is actually 15 days. And like I said, I'll put the step-by-step link to apply in the description box below. If you're confused, you don't know where to start, it's literally a step-by-step guide to tell you how to do it. I will leave the link below. I've got you, girl. You are relocating this year, and I am going to help you to do that. The Denmark resident permit is valid for as long as you are working in the country. So pretty much your work permit is kind of linked to your residence permit, meaning that you are living in the country because you have a job. So for example, if you have a job contract that is for 2, 3, 4 years, then that's the amount of time for your residency in the country. The next country on my list is Ireland. Yes, Ireland. You should consider Ireland. If you want the UK, I think you can consider Ireland instead. Ireland is also in demand for immigrants because they have a labor force shortage in their country in the various sectors. I'm going to leave a link to the various sectors that they are in shortage of for you, so that you can check it out and see whether your profession is part of this. And it's not only for people that have the university degree, it's also for people that have the vocational skill. And this is why I said, you baby are going to be relocating this year by fire, by force. And they have the critical skill employment permit and the general skill employment permit. So the critical skills are the ones that are clearly more critical for them, more important for them. So you should probably go through that list first, and then they have the general list, and you can get a job and job permit based on any of these two. For the critical skill job permit, you only need to have to be on that visa for 2 years, where you can apply for your permanent resident permit in Ireland. Yes, in 2 years after the critical work job permit, you can apply for your permanent residence. I bet you didn't know that information, but well, now you have that information. Knowledge is power, and I want to see how you use that power to your advantage in the year 2023. The next country on my list is the Netherlands. Yes, I said it, the Netherlands. I've been to the Netherlands, and I was in Amsterdam when I was in the Netherlands, and it's a very beautiful city. It's very multicultural. You will see different race of people in Netherlands. I think that's one of the most multicultural cities I've ever visited, because there were just a lot of different races of people everywhere. And for me, that's a green flag for a kind of country that you might want to consider moving to or relocating to, either via work or via studies. What is more is that Netherlands has a scholarship scheme that is open twice a year that you can use to move to the country. Yes, you don't have to pay for this. You just have to spend your time doing the research and applying for this scholarship, which is open, like I said, twice a year, and you can literally move for free to Netherlands. How wonderful is that? If I were you, I will start by doing my research right after this video. So this scholarship I'm talking about was opened on the 8th of February. I'm filming this video on the 20-something of February. I don't remember today's date, but it was open like a few weeks ago. So I think this is a good time to apply. You can still apply for this scholarship. I'm going to leave the link on how to go about that in the description below. It's called the OKP scholarship, Orange Knowledge Program. That's what it's called. However, it's for master's degree or short courses. It's not really for like my bachelor degree, but if you already have a master's, you can just do the short course and you don't want to go for like another master's. But if you don't have a master's already, then I think it's a perfect opportunity for you to go for a master's in Netherlands. And the good thing about this scholarship is, guess what? You don't pay for your visa. The scholarship program, they are the one that will handle your scholarship. They are the one that will handle the application process, the visa application process on your behalf. So all you need to do is just sit back, give them a document, and your visa will be ready if you're selected for this scholarship program. There are a lot of maybe not a lot, but there are quite a number of YouTube videos that you can watch in regards to this OKP scholarship program. I think you should consider it if you are interested in getting a scholarship to move abroad, or if you are really on the budget and you don't have the money to move abroad, then this is a good opportunity for you to still move abroad on a budget. And that's why I said, my baby girl or my baby boy, I've got you. We are relocating together this year. Not we, but you understand what I mean. You can see now that research is very important when you want to relocate. So if you don't have money, you have time. Time is something that you always, you don't always have time, but time is something that you can always use when you don't have money, and you can bury that time in research, and you will be able to get the advantage. And everybody will be asking you, how did you do it? It's because you know how to research, my dear. So, and what do I mean by research? By simply just pressing a couple of Google links, putting things in Google, reading, making notes, and emailing and applying to things. That's what I mean. So if you're going to scroll on your phone all day, if you're going to sleep all day, you might as well spend all day or all night researching and spending 2 hours, 3 hours a day to focus on your dream goal of relocating out of the country on a budget. Talking about UK, I know the most popular route like that people are using to move from all over the world to the UK is through the care visa. But if I tell you that UK is not the only country you can move to with the care job visa, will you believe me? And that leads me to my next country, New Zealand. Yes, New Zealand. It's an English-speaking country. It's a very beautiful country. I believe they have female prime minister, and during the whole COVID season, they were able to they were part of the first country that was COVID-free, I believe, and this is because of how effective the government of the country is. So you can trust that it is also effective for you to move there with a care job visa. This scheme launched officially in New Zealand in October of 2022, and you can move there for 2 years. You can move to New Zealand for 2 years for the care workforce visa or work permit. Other bonus countries that you can also move to is Finland, Austria, and Iceland, like I've already mentioned before. This video, again, like I said, is just to give you an idea and insight into other countries that you can move to that is not a popular destination. I know the popular destination sometimes it's very expensive to go through this whole process, where you have other options that you can actually consider if you don't have the money to do all this proof of funds and all of the process that are involved with moving to the popular destination and all the stress. Most of these countries are much more easier and much more affordable. I wouldn't say cheap, because again, cheap is relative for everybody, so I'm not going to call them cheap, but I would say it might be more affordable or budget friendly for somebody that wants to relocate and doesn't know where to start and thinks that they cannot relocate. My dear, you can relocate. You just need to know the right information and the right country for you. And I've given you a number of countries in this video for you to think about. Like I said, all these countries also offer the same thing that the popular destination has to offer: permanent residency, citizenship, and so on and so forth. So you should definitely think of all these other countries before you run to the UK, before you run to the US, before you run to Canada. Now that you have this list for me, I hope that you go to the description box below and go to their official website and find out more information on how you can enjoy moving to a new country by the end of 2023. And you can come back to this video and leave me your testimony, leave me your comment on how you were able to relocate to these other countries. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today on the second episode of my relocation series. If you have any topics that you want me to discuss, leave it in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next video. It's your girl, That's My Away, and have a lovely day from wherever part of the world you are watching me from. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is That's My Away.